the state championship baseball season. All right. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Connor Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Plank. Good evening. My name is Connor Williams, and I am honored to have the opportunity to speak to you all tonight. A full decade has passed since I graduated from the Salle, but whenever I find myself back in these halls, walking these classrooms, surrounded by these banners, I'm flooded with memories. From home WEXP broadcasts to state championships to nights like this, where we gather to celebrate the outstanding accomplishments of these young men. Though many of you tonight will be presented with identical honors, your journey here is anything but. The sophomores in attendance are coming off the heels of an inspiring start to their LaSalle careers and strive for similar success in the coming years, while some of our seniors are here having lived out those aspirations, with tonight marking their third honors convocation. Equally commendable are those seniors that find themselves here for the first time and are being rewarded for their perseverance. But no matter how you got here tonight, it is evident that your exploits are worthy of admiration. Yet, seeing as how each of you has no doubt spent hours of your high school tenure answering countless questions, I feel it is only fair to allow me to present you with one more to sit with tonight. What is it exactly that is praiseworthy about getting good grades? And why are we here to recognize you for their acquisition? In essence, what's in a grade? I ask this not because I need convincing. If I did, I wouldn't have traveled across the country for a 5-minute speech. But I pose this question because it is one that I wish I had asked myself when I was a student here. At that time, I thought it was obvious. I had been told that you want A's in high school so that you can go to college to get more A's, leading to graduate school A's, which ultimately gets you a job where well, that's the end of the A train in somewhat anticlimactic fashion. And it's true that the utility of grades partly lies in their ability to open doors for you. But could there be something deeper than this? Deeper than a Russian nesting doll of grades? So I ask again, from where do your scholastic achievements derive their worth? In this instance, I believe the answer, or rather, an answer, was revealed to me not by one of my former teachers, but by some of my former students. 2 years ago, I joined a justice initiative that brought me on as a professor of an introductory math course at the Groveland Correctional Facility, a medium security prison in Sandia, New York. I thought I was going there to serve. I thought I was going there to serve the students, but found that while I was sharing lessons on geometry and algebra, I was being taught life lessons about accountability, about joy, lessons which are too numerous to recount here. It did not surprise me that my students were utterly ravenous in their pursuit of knowledge. They retained few possessions and far fewer freedoms. And because of this, the 3 hours we spent grappling with equations every Monday were recognized as a gift. What did surprise me, however, and what has perplexed me ever since the end of that semester, was why my students cared so deeply about grades. Trust me, they did. For many of them, those that were either serving lifetime sentences or unlikely to outlive their finite ones, there would be no next step in their educational journey. No nesting doll. I will confess, I'm no mind reader, and I can't go back in time to ask them directly. But I think I have a hunch regarding their obsession with these grades. I believe that my class, and furthermore, the A in my class, offered them an opportunity to hold themselves to a higher standard than the one the world set for them. The incarcerated constitute a largely discarded part of our society, and people are not generally expecting positive contributions from them. Though my students came from all walks of life, what they mainly shared in common were some traumatic histories and gaps in education stretching as far back as elementary school. But I think that they saw my class as a chance to create habits of excellence, a chance to rewrite the news story moving forward, to shape how even they saw themselves. You gentlemen are here tonight because you have already been writing stories that you should be proud to tell. I know not just because you're here tonight. I got a chance earlier in the day to spend some time with our senior physics students, and I know all of you are headed for great things. And when I was your age, I was trying to do the same. What I did not realize, however, was that I was jumping over bars set largely by my teachers and my family. My belief in myself largely stemmed from their belief in me, and there is nothing wrong with that. But when I got to college, I encountered professors that didn't know me, that didn't always believe in me, some that even actively discouraged me. And I began to struggle, even contemplating dropping my major and shifting my career path away from physics, because I hadn't yet learned what it looked like to define for myself what I thought I was capable of, no matter whether that was bigger or smaller than what others had envisioned. I began giving you all a query. I'll end with a request. Whenever you encounter a classmate, a coach, a boss that underestimates you, take heart. You have just been given a new opportunity to prove to yourself that you know and can stick to your own blueprint of success. Congratulations once more, gentlemen. May God bless you and keep you. Thank you.